Alright, so a couple days ago, Battlefield 2042 released. And so that game is made by Electronic Arts and DICE. And if you don't know the backstory about Electronic Arts, basically they're a garbage company who's just always, coming up with these cash grab schemes. And they're really not consumer friendly. They really don't care about the player experience or anything like that. They're literally just there to make money, which I understand, but I mean, you can do that. You can make money without being scummy. And so they released Battlefield 2042, and the game is mega buggy. There's all kinds of glitches. It's basically unplayable. I mean, you've heard this story 1,000 times. This is not the first time it's happened. It's not going to be the last time it happens. And basically what I have to say is we deserve it. As gamers, as a gaming community, we deserve it. So we keep pre-ordering these games and we keep buying them and playing them. And I mean, we just get what we deserve at this point. I mean, if you guys are putting up with, these crappy games, you pre-order them. So I used to be kind of like, kind of anti-pre-order, but now I'm very staunchly anti-pre-order. I used to have a faith in a few companies that I had faith in, and over the last couple of years, I just completely lost faith. South Park really hit the nail on the head with the hammer when they said, when you're pre-ordering, all you're doing is just giving your money to a bunch of assholes in California for something they haven't finished yet. And it was kind of a joke at the time, but really, honestly, at this point, it's just true. So I used to have faith in Bethesda, but then they came out with Fallout 76. I used to have faith in CD Projekt Red. Then they came out with Cyberpunk. And now I just don't have faith in anyone. I mean, maybe Bungie, maybe, but I'm still not going to pre-order anything. So if you're still pre-ordering, especially from a company like EA is like, if there's a number one, top 5 companies you don't pre-order, EA is number one all the time. They've been voted the worst company in America several times over. So really, that's all I had to say is just we deserve it. You got to stop pre-ordering games. Stop giving these companies money. They did have a day one patch that made it a little bit better, and I'm not opposed to day one patches. I think those are a good thing. It takes time to print physical media and send them out, and if they want to, it's not like the olden days where once it's printed, that's it. They still have time to do some minor upgrades and fix some things. So I'm not opposed to it. It takes a couple weeks to print things. They can still be working on those games for a couple weeks, and then you download the patch the day it comes out. So I'm not anti day one patch. I think day one patches have their place. They're just like every other technology that's come out. There's a good way to use them and there's a bad way to use them. And obviously EA is trying to use the bad way. They're just going to fix the game after they get your money for it. And the player base really falls off after the first, when a game is released. It's very rare that a game can pull in more players than it did at release. And really, most games, their lifespan is based off of how long they can hold players and how many players they get at the beginning of the game. So it really is just, kind of a sad story, but I mean, you should have expected it. I hear that the Portal mode is really good. I didn't look into that too much before making the video, but I have heard lots of good things about the Portal mode, and that's basically the saving grace. And huge props to Steam, because Steam is refunding people even after they've gone past the normal 2 hours. So Steam, if you play in the game for 2 hours, basically they'll allow you to get your money back, because if you play through a game and you get the whole experience in 2 hours, that it probably wasn't worth whatever you spent the money on. But normally it's like you try the game, you don't like it, Steam is going to give you your money back. But in this particular case, they're giving people their money back well after the 2 hours, and I think that's a good thing. I think that Steam and Valve are holding other companies accountable on their platform, which I think we need more of in the gaming space. So yeah, I mean, that's really what I have to say about this topic, because we really deserve it at this point if we're still buying these garbage games. And if you pre-order games, like, there used to be good pre-order bonuses, so I could understand. Like, I remember there was like lanyards and things, and then they kind of cut back on the physical things, and they were like, oh, you get the skin if you pre-order, and I can understand that. But like, now they're just garbage. They're honestly just garbage. It's like, oh, if you pre-order, we'll give you a couple hours of double XP, and that ain't gonna cut it, honestly. If you're pre-ordering games for a skin, you're an idiot. It's just that simple. And I can't believe people. I'm still flabbergasted. People are falling for this scam, because that's basically what it is at this point. Please do not enable them. I mean, I'm just pleading with you again. It's just like a friendly reminder. Hey, don't fall for this scam. Don't pre-order games. I just don't get it. I mean, maybe if you're gonna get like a legendary edition, pre-order it. But I mean, the vast majority of the time, like, there's always available. And if you're not getting like any type of, legendary edition where it gets like, you get like a statue or whatever, like, there's really no point. There's honestly just no point to it at all. So I can't believe people are doing it,